What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice on our DCUO commentary. I'm bringing you this video here today because I was, after my previous video when I was giving my basics for PvP, competitive PvP, I was getting a lot of from a lot of people mainly towards my statement in regards to if you are wearing tank gear as a tank in PvP, you're doing it wrong. So I thought I would go ahead and I would put together a video here and do a little research and all that, crunch some numbers and stuff like that, and try and help you all out to understand where I'm coming from with this. Now, for starters, we need to look at the tank gear itself. Okay, now tank PvP gear, it comes with dominance on it. It's got extra toughness and it comes with dominance on it. All right, but let's look at the dominance stat to begin with. All right, dominance increases the number of health lost before a control effect ends. Okay, at high levels, dom must be higher than enemy willpower to be effective. All right, 2 dom is equal to 1 additional damage before control breaks. Now let's break this down for a second here. Okay, increase the number of health lost before control effect ends. All right, now this mainly deals with your encasements. Okay, not with any of your juggles or anything like that. Now I know like ice and earth can do encasements. However, you're not going to get as much damage on those encasements if you are wearing tank PvP gear. I mean, yeah, you're going to get you may get the encasements, but you won't get the amount of damage you're looking for with them. Let's look at the next thing here. Now, this is the most important thing too. Willpower. All right, willpower is an actual stat in this game. However, it's not a stat that really applies to any of the players of the game. This is a stat that applies towards NPCs. All right, so like whenever you especially for instance, your controllers out there, you're looking to either like save your mental, you're looking to TK or thought bubble and add. All right, you hit them with thought bubble, but they don't get encased. That's because your dominance wasn't high enough to combat their willpower. All right. Now in PvP, that doesn't play into effect because of the simple fact that none of us have willpower. This is why everybody has been said by the developers, and it has been for a very long time now, that that dominance does not have any effect on PvP outside of the strengthening the encasements and shields, and the tank buffs, the innate buffs that we get from dominance for tanks. Increasing the health on fire tanks, increasing defense on earth and ice tanks. Outside of that, it plays no effect. Now, tank gear. I'm not going to sit here and say that tank gear is completely useless in PvP. If you are, mainly, you like to go and you like to try and hold a node in like Australia or Star Labs, something like that, then yeah, then the tank gear is going to help you out quite a bit, especially if you're tanking that node by yourself for a while. But the issue with that is, and regardless of what gear you're wearing, in those situations, right, any healer worth his salt is going to debuff you, no matter what, and you're going to lose those innates anyways. You're going to lose that extra defense. You're going to lose that extra health that you get with all that extra dominance. So that's another reason why you may want to lean towards DPS gear. It can work in maps like Australia and Star Labs, but for competitive PvP, we do team deathmatch. All right, there is no tanking nodes. All right. Another thing you got to look at too is with the tank gear is the stats. All right, we've talked about we got the dominance on there, but we got to look at what you're losing by wearing tank gear, and that's mainly the things that you need to do to be a controller killer in this game, not just be able to debuff them, remove their POT, and put out immunities for your group. We're going to talk about your actual kill stats, the things you need to be able to kill them with. And you lose a lot of precision and might by wearing tank PvP gear. Alright, you lose a total of, now and this is without modding, alright, without modding at all, but you lose a total of 46 precision and 121 might if you wear full tank PvP gear. What does this add up to? Okay, now might is, you get 0.45% damage increase per point of might that you have. Alright, with precision, every 10 precision equals plus 1 DPS. That's your precision, is your weapon damage. Alright, so what are you looking at losing here total? You're looking at losing a total of 4 DPS, which, I mean, is not that significant, but it can be the difference, alright, with your weapon damage. But you're also looking at a total loss of 54.45 might by wearing tank PvP gear. Now for Earth, it may not be that big of a deal, because Earth, in my opinion, Earth makes a lot better of is a lot better with a precision build, from what I've seen, than it is with a might build. However, Earth does have Sandblast, which is an instant cast 35% health damage dealer. I'm really looking forward to getting something like this on fire. With also same thing with ice. Now ice seems to be a lot of, I've know some ice tanks and all that, they seem to prefer to go with a precision build simply because their weapon, they get more weapon damage than they do with their powers right now. This is, now keep in mind folks, this video is pre-update 23, before they've issued out the Fire and Ice update, and Earth Tank is supposed to be getting some love too in that. So we'll see what we get with update 23. But as of right now, Ice tends to lean towards more of a precision build than anything. Now with Fire, this is a significant decrease in the amount of damage we can do. Now when I mod my gear up, I'm modding for precision and for might. I've got pretty much split evenly. But by losing all that might with tank gear, I mean, I'm missing out on a lot of damage. So, wearing DPS gear is far more beneficial for not just, fire tanks, but ice and earth tanks as well in PvP. Or at least in competitive fives. All right. Now, I know I've gotten into some just things about the gear and everything like that, but let's take a look at the modding of the gear. Like I said, all right, I mod my gear for precision and might. All my red sockets have precision and might 4s in them. My 2 blue sockets, I got precision health in one and might health in the other. The 2 yellow sockets I got in my DPS gear, I've got precision power and might power in both of those. So I've got my might and precision pretty much split down the middle there. I've got some lockbox jewelry and everything like that. I've been wearing a DPS a precision belt, precision neck piece for arenas, and right now currently I'm wearing a couple of might rings with precision might 4 mods in them. I'm looking to possibly switching that up and putting precision on there instead, just to get myself a little bit extra weapon damage, because my might's pretty high right now. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. But I mean, okay, getting back to like the dominance discussion and everything like that, it's, I mean, having that dominance, is going to help you, boost your stats and everything like that for tanking. But once again, guys, you got to look at it this way, right? This is not PvE, okay? I understand, fire tank especially is very difficult to kill. Earth and ice are the same way, but with all that huge amount of health that like a fire tank can get, it can be very difficult to bring them down, especially if they're wearing tank gear and they are, spec'd into, resto and dominance and everything like that. But I mean, that you're not helping your team out. Your role as a tank in PvP in competitive fives is to do damage. All right, do damage, kill the controllers, and keep their POT removed whenever whenever you're focus firing on them. So, and that's it. You're basically you're a secondary DPS. Now, hopefully, this Fire and Ice update is going to change some things up. Where we will be able to do a little bit more in arenas than just be there for controller POT removal and stuff. Honestly, there's been some discussion on the forums. I'm actually going to put a link to this in the description below for you guys to look at and join in. I found a post on the PC side where they were talking about tank on controller mechanics, and all I did was I copy and pasted that post and I put it on the PS3 side, and I just wanted to see what everybody was talking, what everybody's thoughts might be. And I've been seeing some pretty good ideas in there. One of which was that rather than only removing the controller's POT, when we do that, tanks do that, is instead maybe have us nerf their VIT, kind of like, controllers nerf a healer's resto. How about we be able to nerf their VIT so their POT isn't as high? Because a good controller right now, fully geared out and modded and everything, is going to be putting out a POT tick about 131, or around there. Like you just saw it just pop up right there. Now that's without any crits or anything. That's just like base 131 for the POT. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see something along those lines. I'm really interested to see what they're going to be doing this Fire and Ice update, especially in regards to tanking. DPS, I think Fire's on point with it. Ice needs some love with its power interactions, and being able to do more damage with its powers. Earth's tricky, man. I've been playing with Earth a bit more lately, and I've been going with mainly a precision build and all that, with all the power interactions with Dazed, and I'm really liking the precision build to it. I'd have to try out more with the doggone might build with the crushed power interactions, but I don't know. I don't know. I know there's some good. I know like Orbit from Gravity on the EU PS3 server. I've seen some of his videos, and he's a strong Earth tank in DPS. But I think he mostly goes with a high precision build, and I dude's precision's through the freaking roof and stuff. I've seen, but yeah. So I'm interested to see what we're gonna see with the Fire and Ice update, all the different changes and all that, and maybe hopefully make tanks a little bit more viable. I'm really looking forward to being able to snuff out controllers. To be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to that. Just as I know, Ice players are looking forward to impaling Ice controllers as well. I'm really looking forward to being able to do that. I'm hoping it works more like Photon Blast does, though, than Final Ruin does. Simply for the case, Final Ruin right now, Photon Blast right now is the best 35% and under power to use right now. It's the best kill power in the game right now, which is kind of disgusting because, Gadgets didn't have one like that before. But now that, they've got one, they've got the best one in the game. But I think other powers too deserve to have one. I think electricity may be the only one right now that doesn't have one. Maybe hard light too. I'm not sure. Not positive on that. I haven't been on my hard light in a while. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to be able to do stuff like that. But if you guys got questions about this whole tank gear issue and all that, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I tried to put together as much information about this for you guys to explain why dogging is a pain in the ass in this game. But no, why DPS gear is far preferable for tanks in PvP than it is in than tank gear is. Simply because, and especially in competitive fives, I mean, what do you need all that extra toughness and dominance for? Nobody is ever going to focus fire you, all right? Unless, they're looking to be, cheesy or something. Not really cheesy, but they're looking to catch you off guard, and especially if you're, doing a glass cannon with your gear and in their tanking. Yes, Eminem, so I'm looking at you, buddy. You're gonna find out that you're gonna get focus fired if they find out you're wearing all PvE gear. I mean, some tanks are already mixing in some PvE gear with their PvP gear right now as it is. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, y'all take care. Bye.